kia to'i a mea wichichi pia kia te waka. E te ki han, mo mea ki no nei me no na ku wichoka ki te wakira e. Ni tamaki ana I sino yan poko gamamati se wa te tos kwa ki an tiga son chi te wakas ni pesos ko ai wa ki sin pesos ko. I thank you all for coming here to listen to one another, and I introduce myself. My name is Tornado Thunderbird Woman, and I come from the Treaty 4 territory in southeastern Saskatchewan. I'm Plains Cree and Dakota, and I work for the Creator of all good things. And I'm here today to share a little bit with you about the spirit of the movement that I guess everyone calls Island of War. It's back home we have we're in crisis. We're in crisis in Canada, and when you're in crisis, you often work with an urgency, and I guess at this time that urgency is now reaching our young people. They now understand that we are literally fighting for our lives, and our children are why this movement exists. The children are the reason why we do what we do, and we are relentless because they will perish. They will perish if we allow these exploitation efforts to carry on the way they are. Not just our children, the Indigenous children, but all of your children will dissipate as well. Water doesn't care what color you are, it doesn't care what class you have, it doesn't care about your degrees, it doesn't care about your arrogance, it doesn't care about any of that. If you have no water, you will die. And so we want to protect our children that are coming. And the only way we can do that is to unite. To unite and be one with the land. We always were one with the land. And circumstances, very unfortunate, have come along that interrupted that. But that interruption is over, and we're taking back our place. We're reclaiming our lands, and we're reclaiming our names. And we're coming back to save the world. We can save the world. We have the other three founders could make it here, but there's Sheila McLean, Sylvia McAdam, and Jessica Gordon, and we all do very similar yet very different work. We've moved into different directions, whatever way the Creator has sent us, and that's what we're doing. And for some reason, I have moved into the direction of looking at warriors, looking at the criminalization of our women. When our women are penalized for protecting and defending land, the children suffer. Because when a woman is criminalized, her children are criminalized as well. So we have situations where women are going to jail for standing up for sacred Sundance grounds, for standing up for sacred water and sacred soil and sacred air. And the children of these women are in crisis mode because we can't forget why we do this. And when a woman goes to jail, the heart of that home is disrupted and interfered with, and she will go to jail for you, and she will put her life on the line because that's what we do as mothers. So there are some things that I think are very good to learn about in regards to the criminalization of women. We have, in where I come from, where I'm from the Plains, it's the middle part of Saskatchewan where it's very different from the coast. The coastal areas were colonized a lot longer than we were because that's where the people came from to come into the territories. So in our center of in Canada is we thought was still very pristine, but that's a lie. There's a big lie out there that's telling me that Canada is a good place. It's not a good place. I'm going to tell you right now, my people are dying. My people are dying. Our children are being taken away still to this day. There are acts of genocide that are happening on the land everywhere. It's still occurring. It doesn't fit the prototype of genocide because it isn't happening quickly and fast and in a short amount of time. It's happened over a long period of time, and millions of our people have been decimated. It's still happening today. There are laws for non-Indigenous people in Canada, and then there's laws for us. And those laws are based on racist policies that continually keep us down and keep us in a situation where we're always fighting for our life. The resources that you see on the commercials about Canada and how beautiful it is, none of our people, they don't benefit from any of it. And it's not about getting a piece of the pie. It's about saving that whole pie, not just getting the crumbs. And it's about surviving. We have to really think really differently. There's things coming that have been prophesized. There's things coming that scientists know. In Canada, all our scientists are muzzled. They cannot speak. But we can speak. No one is going to speak for me. I'm going to speak for me. I'm going to speak for my children, and I encourage each and every one of you to speak for your people. Speak to have those places where your people's bodies are buried, for them to be recognized and to be protected. Our sacred sites back home are not even near the radar of being protected. This is problematic because what it's going to create is boots on the ground action. Boots on the ground action can turn very volatile very quickly. So what we're trying to do is develop mechanisms that will safely guard those sacred sites, because our people will lose their life to protect those areas. And this is something that we want to step away from and not get our young people hurt. So I understand that my time is up, and I want to thank you for having this forum. I want to thank you, the Indigenous people of this territory, for being so generous to your visitors. It's beautiful here. And tonight we talked about how would it look if all of that didn't happen. How would this be? It's still so beautiful, and yet we think back about that, and I'm just very grateful to be invited here, and I will promise to promote what I can for you to help you do what you need to do in your territory, because we're all related. That means we're all related, and we have to help each other that way. It's called reciprocity. Reciprocity. Start to think about what that means for you in the smallest of ways or the biggest of ways. Thank you.